most of the time when these people be talking, I don't even hear them. They talk and they talk, but I do not hear shit when I'm near them. I swear to God that I came.
What is going on, YouTube? As always, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Jordan, or JDunk here. As always, you guys decide what you want to call me, but today, yes, your minds are not deceiving you. Your boy is dropping a double upload. 2K fire earlier. Now we got some Call of Duty news. Yes, you guys already know Infinite Warfare multiplayer trailer dropped. So let's get right into it. First things first, if you are new to the channel, please take a couple seconds to hit that like button as it helps out the channel. If you are been here since day one, thank you for your continued support. So let's get right into it. So Infinity Ward dropped their first official multiplayer trailer of Infinite Warfare. Okay, if you guys have not seen it, most of you guys have seen it, I will, as always, drop a link to the video in the description below. You guys can peep it, come back to this video, leave your opinions in the comment section below. So yeah, I guess let's get right into it. First things first, that I saw, there was some wall running. Not too happy about that. Hate wall running when it comes to Call of Duty. It works in other games like Titanfall and stuff like that, but Call of Duty, with the kill time being very quickly, I don't agree with it. Every year it seems like verticality gets higher and higher. First AW and then Afterburner and BO3. I'm not sure how high we're going to be able to get into Infinite Warfare, like how high we can wall run and stuff like that, but that's one thing I really despise in Call of Duty out of everything is wall running. But we're in this new era. We're just going to have to adjust. I adjusted into AW, I adjusted into BO3, so everyone can stop their crying and just adjust to the game, because this is where Call of Duty's at, and we're just going to have to accept it. Every year we ask for boots on the ground, boots on the ground, boots on the ground. There's a 90% chance that boots on the ground are not coming back. Okay, so this is something we're gonna have to accept with. I've lived with it. I've adjusted. I was good at AW Blops. I was great at other Call of Duty games. The good players, they'll adjust. They'll get used to their things. Next thing we saw was like combat, like tech suits. And those suits, came with like special weapons, or like, I want to say specialist abilities is what it really looked like. That kid had like, not the kid, that character had like the rapid fire. I don't even know what that was. I guess it looked like he opened up a bow and arrow, but it was a gun. It was like a rapid fire gun in the beginning. And then you saw that guy with like the riot shield, plowing through people. And then you saw like invisibility and like cloaks. So it appears that specialist abilities and weapons are coming back into the game, which I didn't have a problem with. I really thought Black Ops 3 was going to be broken when they had specialist abilities, but those are actually a lot of fun. They make engagements interesting. You have to use them wisely. So I really don't mind specialist abilities if that's what those are coming back to Infinite Warfare, and some of them look pretty cool. So it looks like a combination of like Titanfall and like Destiny, because that guy like threw down the bubble shield for his team. So yeah, then there was that. We really didn't see any kill streaks. We saw like what looked like, I would say the closest thing is like a controllable GI unit, like someone was hopping into a mech suit. They were hopping into that. Maybe that was the streak, but we really didn't see any other kill streaks. We saw a clip of sniping. Really wasn't quick scoping, but the snipers look kind of decent. So for you guys that like snipers in that game, I mean, what am I saying? People who like sniping in Call of Duty, maybe will be back, not as hard as Black Ops 3 was, as they kind of did y'all snipers dirty in BO3. I had no complaints. I hated snipers in BO2 and other games, but they didn't have to completely turn off the aim assist. But this is not what this video is about. Okay, we're not talking about other Call of Duty. We're talking about Infinite Warfare. But it kind of seemed like when you, like the first clip, it said like mid-range assault So it feels like there's like different like subclasses. You know, there's like assault, you know, kind of like Battlefield, you know, like there's, I'm not going to say like there's support and stuff, but you know, there's like mid-range assault, and then there's like submachine guns, shotguns, sniper rifles for long-range assault. So yeah, it kind of sounds like there's subclasses that have, you know, each of their unique specialist abilities and weapons. You know, can't be confirmed. You know, people are going to be dropping gameplay from COD XP very soon, so you know, we'll get to see that. You know, maybe I'll make a video tomorrow about that, you know, give my opinions on what we saw there. But yeah, so, you know, didn't really see the streaks, couldn't really tell about the maps. They didn't look, some of the maps, it looked like you had to use while running to get around, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it's part of the game. And then at the very end, that kid was building like a prototype. Like, I remember them like leaking and saying earlier in the year, like you could like combine weapons or stuff like that, something like that, like a sub and an assault rifle. So it looks like he was like building a prototype weapon. And you know, that's kind of pushing it, because you know, you could have like a shotgun and an assault rifle in one, or assault rifle and a submachine gun in one, and that's a little much. You know, if there's variants, you know, that's kind of a bad thing. But you know, I'm not going to assume anything. I haven't played the game. We haven't seen that much gameplay. So yeah, you know, so I saw the trailer. I'm going to be honest, it's not Call of Duty what we're used to. You know, every year kind of seems we get like farther and farther into the future. And you know, we're just at that point, you know, like the older games, you know, they're kind of in the coffin. They're probably not going to be, you know, remade. You know, they might bring it back like they did with COD 4 here and there, but you know, the newer games are going to focus, you know, more and more to the future. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you go look at that trailer, people are hating already, haven't even played the game, don't know that much about the game. Okay, yes, it's not really Call of Duty in my opinion, it's way different. But think about this, okay? People just hate on anything titled Call of Duty, okay? I was talking to the homies about this, okay? If we were to go label Destiny, Titanfall, Call of Duty, people would hate that game, okay? Just because, you know, it's not what they're accustomed to. Okay, well, if those games were labeled Call of Duty, they would get so much hate. You know, if Battlefield was switched the name Call of Duty, people would fucking hate that game too. You know, that's just what people do. People just jump on the bandwagon train. Okay, just hop on the bandwagon train. Hadn't got their hands on the game, stuff like that. You know, a trailer only shows so much. Okay. Like, how many of you guys have seen like a movie trailer and you're like, oh, that movie's gonna be shit, and you go peep it, it's kind of fire, okay? Or the trailer's fire and you peep the movie and it's kind of shit, okay? You're never gonna know. So wasting your time hating on something you don't even know that much about is pointless, okay? We could go name a sports game Call of Duty and that shit would get fucking hate. You know, that's just how the community is. You know, it sucks that it's that way. Okay, but you know, this is just my opinion. You can hate on it if you want, but my opinion is it looked pretty cool as a shooter game. That's what it's going to be. You know, is it necessarily Call of Duty that we know and love? Absolutely not. Does that mean it's going to be a rat shit game? No, it does not. We're just going to have to wait. You know, I'll make my real judgment on the game when the beta comes out. You know, that's a good portion of the game. Okay, like with the Black Ops 3 beta, everyone hated on it, or not beta, you know, before Black Ops 3 everyone hated it. You know, everyone still hates on it, you know, which I don't really understand. You know, Black Ops 3 as a whole, I like it as a full Call of Duty game. You know, I like the beta, it was a lot of fun. You know, so as a whole, the Black Ops 3, I'll make a video about this later, but I'd give it 7 out of 10. I'll make a video later on telling you what I like, what I didn't like, you know, but it's not as shit as everyone thinks it is. You know, people just automatically, oh, Call of Duty hate. We're not going back to, you know, Modern Warfare 2 and those times, you know, with the noob tubes and all that shit. Those games weren't perfect either, okay? We're not going to have a perfect Call of Duty game for like a long time, because you know, everyone's picky, everyone has their own ideas and stuff like that. You know, that's just how it's going to be. But if you guys saw the trailer, please drop your comments in the comment section below what you think about it. You know, as a shooting game, I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. It's not really Call of Duty, but you know, that's just what the time period we're in right now. We have to accept it. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by the channel. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new, like or dislike, you know, if you didn't like the video. And as always, we're out, guys. Peace.